Hey guys, back again for another I Am Katowice video, because of course I am, this time talking predictions. Who's going to make it through the round of 36? Who's going to make it through groups? Who's going to win the entire tournament? I'm going to guesstimate right here, and if you guys want to join along, please tell me who you think is going to win, or anything else you want to tell me in the comments down below, as well as create all the discussion in Reddit and Team Liquid and all that good stuff, because we want people to get really excited about Katowice, and I am already too excited. I've done all these videos, and I'm still very interested in talking more about it. So let's go ahead and move this over here and talk about the initial bracket. So these are the guys that weren't quite good enough to get directly seeded into the groups, but still good enough to go to Katowice, which is pretty freaking good. So top two and bottom two. Let's think here. I've asked a bunch of pros what their thoughts are, and I found myself agreeing with some, disagreeing with others. I'm going to go with Kira and Zal do make it through. Only one of them can make it through the particular bracket, though, so one's going to have to be in the lower bracket. And then as far as the top bracket goes, I do believe that a Laser will do really well. I think Scarlet can do well. Ryung would do better if his bracket wasn't full of Zergs. So if his bracket was this bracket, I'd actually say he gets through. But unfortunately, I can't say that with his Zerg-heavy bracket. And then some people have pointed out that Sue's doing kind of well, and others have pointed out Classic. I think Nightmare is being slept on again. Yes, I know it's a pun. As he was last tournaments in Atlanta, and they made a really big run through the lower bracket. So this one's definitely harder to call, but I think our foreign Zerg, so Laser and Scarlet, have a good shot. And then if Ryung's TVZ has really improved recently, maybe. But yeah, Zaun and Kier definitely a Laser, and then Scarlet, I guess that's the foreigner bias coming through, right? It's really not. I really want to say Ryung. I honestly would if it wasn't for all of his TVZs. And then I might even just say Nightmare because of his miracle run at Atlanta. And it was pretty impressive. But yeah, we're definitely sure. Most people are sure about some of these things, but I also do want to give a nod to some other guys in this lower bracket. Anything can happen once everyone's been replaced here. Spirit has been playing really freaking well, but I don't know if he's going to get another run like last year. And then Harstum, everyone's fan favorite. I think he's also been really practicing quite hard. He's a very, very hard worker. But it's just going to be so difficult against the people he has to face. So, yeah. I think that's where a lot of people are going to put their bets, is on the Kira and Zaun, and then kind of like all over the place everywhere else. Let's move on to the main event. So, obviously, we can't guess who's going where, because we don't even know who is winning the round of 36. But we can try and go along with what we got. Group A, Neve's not really practicing. Ragnarok seems like he's kind of hit or miss. Clem and Dark seem like they're going to be shoo-ins, but Clem has that kind of maybe offline performance, and his Katowices in particular haven't gone too well. I do think he'll be somewhat happy to face two Zergs. This Protoss in particular is going to be easy. I don't want to say that, guys. I really don't, but Neve has not been practicing very much. And then Time, Oliveira now named, could actually throw a wrench into things, but I think Dark's going to be first for sure. And then if Kira or Zaun make it into here, they might be second. And then Clem actually gets third. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. Group B, I think Raynor does get first. If Kira or Zaun get here, or actually even a Laser maybe could throw something in, that could be kind of weird. Yeah, but I think Raynor gets first almost no matter what. He does very well at Katowice. Leading into Katowice, he might be a little off, but at Katowice, at these global championships, turns it on, man. So I expect that. I think Estrella actually might get second, and then Showtime third, because apparently I'm just super foreigner biased. I'm going to admit it. Creator is so hard to call. He's obviously a very good player, but well, I guess I think he wins maybe versus Showtime, actually. I don't know versus Estrella. Estrella Creator is going to be fun PvP. Gumiho is more the wild card, as he has some wild builds. He actually did say that if he beats Raynor, he thinks they'll advance. So that's actually more so what his goal is set on, because I guess he assumes he's going to do okay against some of these other guys. And then these other guys are also going to be duking it out against each other more, right? So if you can kind of knock the top guy down and then have everyone else play really closely to each other, then you got a shot to kind of like inch your way into that third. So that might be what he's thinking. I don't know, but I'm pretty positive Raynor gets first, and then maybe the non-Koreans have a better shot than other groups. Group C, I think Hero gets. I think Cyril gets first. Either or. It could go either way. It's literally going to come down to their best of 3, right? So I don't know, this way or that way. Solar actually was really down on himself when I got some information about him, kind of comically so. But I don't know, Solar's actually been doing really well. You know, he recently won a tournament. I think he's just being a little bit kiddie. It's, I don't know. But DRG and Special, unfortunately, don't come into this particular group with, I think, a lot of, like, haymakers. I don't have a lot of confidence in either one of them. Special is excellent at preparing builds, and he's got his opportunity to prepare something special for all these guys, but he won't know TBD. And oftentimes his build theoretically really sounds cool, but then his execution isn't quite there. So I'm really worried that he's, you know, he's going to have really cool games, but they're not going to add up enough to get him through the groups. And DRG is just one of the weaker players coming in from Korea. Korea no longer fields, you know, top 16, and all of them are championship contenders, only beat by other Koreans. It's not that world anymore. So DRG, he's got some fun TVZ, but his EVZ, I guess, it's a question mark matchup anyway, so who knows what the hell's going to happen there. Reports are from all the pro gamers that they just aren't really doing a lot of ZVZ. So they're coming into these matchups also being like, oh. So yeah, maybe that's a big question mark. But I really think Hero and Serral top 2. Easy call. I think Solar should get 3rd. And then if Cure or Zaun are here, yeah, Solar would have trouble. Same if it was like a Laser or Scarlet, actually. So TBD could be a real problem for Solar, I guess is what I'm saying. Group D. Maru, Bunny, Beyond, Hiramarine, Lambo. Probably in this order. I'm not gonna lie. Hiramarine hasn't necessarily been practicing on the new maps and new patch all that much. He says that he doesn't think it's that different. So, you know, he kind of is like, oh, I don't see an issue there. It's fair enough. Lambo's been practicing really hard. He's been working his ass off. And apparently it's worked out. Apparently his TVZ is better than what it was a month ago. Some of the other good Terrans are talking about how suddenly intimidating he is. But is that going to win him this group? I think we might get a bit of an upset versus Hiramarine, because Hiramarine does typically win. And then maybe upset Byun, just because he can study him and he knows him so well. And Byun's very studyable. He plays in a lot of online cups. Maru and Bunny. Maru, yeah, Maru's there. Maru's in number 1. I just can't. He says he's not sure about his TVT because of the new patch, but... And then Bunny, I think, might have a bit of a, you know, how is he feeling that day kind of player. So if he feels really bad, then maybe it's not the best, but I think he'll be fine. I think it's this order. Or maybe Byun and Bunny swap. The Byunnies. TBD could be problematic. Talking to Hiramarine, he said he'd actually really want Zaun to be here. If Cure gets here, then it's just more difficult Terrans to face. Not exactly helpful. For Zaun, yes, he's a difficult opponent, but Hiramarine thinks he could win against Zaun, and that perhaps more importantly, Zaun could, well, not more importantly, but in equal importance, Zaun could beat all of these guys. Whereas maybe Cure, you know, just can't beat Maru, for instance. So I thought that was actually rather logical. And I thought that was a good point, but we don't know who TBD is going to be. And then thinking that this is mostly how it's going to go, and I didn't really give TBD a lot of thought. I do think that the quarterfinals will be something like, oh, I really can't do this, I guess. This is too hard. My brain's already broken. Where Dark is here, Rainer's, you know, there, Hero's up here, and Maru's down here. I think we could have Dark Maru. Possibly. And then like Rainer or Serral, actually, right? We could have that if they don't both get number 1. That's as far as I'm really gonna try and guess. I mean, if I actually filled out a bracket, I could do this maybe, but yeah. And for the finals, you know, what matchup do I think it's gonna be? I mean, you got to go with the safe bet, which is gonna be some Zerg. And with Protoss being a bit underrepresented, as well as potentially in a more problematic area, thanks to the patch. Not necessarily versus Zerg, by the way, guys. Like, versus Terran, I think, is where they're having trouble. I'm gonna have to say I'll bet against Protoss. I'm sorry to say. Their appearance, their contribution to the mass amount of PVZs for Katowice, I think, is at an end. And perhaps then, you know, the Zergs are gonna be facing each other again. CVZs can be fun, but if, for instance, it's Dark Rainer again, or Serral Dark or something like that, or Serral Rainer again, I think only one of those actually delivers always, which is Serral Rainer. You know, Dark could stomp them, they could just be so surprising for him, like, I mean, that's just where I have to go, right? I really hope for a TVZ. I personally, my favorite matchup is been TVP for a while. So if it's TVP finals, that would be fantastic. That'd be awesome. I think that only happens if Hero is playing at his utmost best. No offense to the Protosses. Could happen though. And it could be like a Hero Mario finals. That would be sick. That'd be so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with, you know, past and the stats and the knowledge that the Zerg Cabal meme, etc., etc. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a ZVZ finals. It'd be awesome if it was TVZ. It'd be one of the very, very rare ones for global finals as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I did it. Yay. And I guess just last prediction is that the Koreans will hold more slots in the round of 12 than non-Koreans. But I don't think that's like too insane. It's more about where they're at in the finals, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. Am I stupid? Do I even cast this game? Am I spot on? And who do you think is going to work out really well? You know, I know some people are saying Beyond is doing insanely well. They actually think he's going to just rip and tear through this tournament. I know some people are really excited for some of their fan favorites to actually make it through. Like Clem finally has a good offline performance. Here Marine does the miracle run again. Harsum breaks through the round of 36 and does some shenanigans all up in here. I mean, that'd be awesome. Solar gets another victory under his belt since he's been denied so many and has only recently started to accumulate them. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen, but those are my thoughts now, guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you later for more IEM Katowice stuff, or simply on the IEM Katowice stream. Make sure to watch, guys. Bye.